Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. We're gonna fix this little half door for a friend of mine. Their dog really did a number on it, tore this lattice out. This is a door that separates their utility room from the rest of the house. So we're gonna try to remove this lattice, replace it, put new trim on it, and try to fix all these little dings with a little wood putty. Sand it down and make it look nice again. Okay, we got our lattice removed and we've got all these areas smoothed out, got all the nails pulled out. So now we're ready to start sanding and filling these things right here where they had these staples all in it. Yeah, we're trying to make this door look as good as new, so that's our goal. Good so far. Now I got this little scraper thing right here that I really like to use in this situation. This is really made for scraping out the putty that holds in old-fashioned windows, but it works really good for this because it's sharp but not so sharp that it gouges the wood. It does a really nice job of scraping off caulk and kind of knocking these spots down. There's probably a better tool for this, but this is just something I'm used to using, and it was cheap. So now let's see about getting that off of it and at least get it started a little bit. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's gonna work, I think. So we'll just continue on with that. Yeah, that was all glued on there. Okay, so I think that's everything. We got the door all prepped. Now we're going to rough cut this lattice a little longer than we need it, just so it's easier to handle. I like to use circular saw for everything I can. So much easier. Just like that. Got us a manageable piece. All right, we're gonna lay this out and make sure it's straight. Pretty easy. On stuff. It's got a little slot that it fits into, just like that. Now we'll mark this side and cut it off, and then this will be fitted in there. Okay. Now, this should fit really nice. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of sanding. Just take a minute. Alright, we're going to fill in these holes a little bit. Just got some plain old wood filler here. Couldn't find a putty knife, so I like to use a credit card to do it in a pinch. So it's pretty easy. Just kind of drag it across there and get it nice and smooth. With this stuff, less is more. The less you use, the less you got to sand. We're just going to go around here and fill in all these holes. Pretty simple and straightforward. Okay, our wood filler is set up, so we've been sanding on it a little bit, so we're going to finish this up real quick. It just takes a second. So here we go. All right, feels nice and smooth. Looks like that's going to hide all of our staple holes that we had before. So now we're ready to cut this little filler piece right here, and then we can put our trim on, and then it's ready for paint. Sorry about all the wind. We got our trim cut, and now we just got to finish nailing it down. Make sure you put a nail about every 6 or 7 inches, something like that. There, and that's that. Now we got to take this trim right here, and it goes inside there like so. And that's the last piece of trim, and it's pretty much done. Okay, we're back again, and we're gonna cut off our piece of wood here so that it fits on top of our little Dutch door. It's got a little bit of an angle, so we're going to use our T-bevel here. We've captured the angle from the edge of the door so that we can cut this to match. Let's see how this works out. Adjust our saw depth. That should do. Now let's cut this real quick. Now we should have a nice match to the edge of our door here. Oops, bump the camera. Let's move this where we can see it. Okay, there's the end we cut. And it is indeed a nice fit. Let's see. Let's see how it fits now. Oops, got it upside down. That's perfect. Just cut it straight, and then we'll finish it up with the Sawzall or something. Perfect. Now we're going to attempt to make that angle with our saw sit on a bevel. Make sure we got all our depth we can get. We're going to set this on a bevel. Use this to duplicate that bevel. We're going to eyeball this. Doesn't have to be perfect because remember we didn't really choose an exact angle. That looks close enough to me. So there's that. Now we're going to run our saw right across there and cut that angle. But first we got to set our depth just right. This is tricky because we're at an angle. We may have to cut this a couple of times to get it just right. We'll make sure we're a little shallow first. In fact, let's make a test cut and see how it does. See how that lines up. There's all kinds of ways to do things when you're working with wood. Now we'll straighten our saw back up. And we'll do some more of this cut right here. Okay. Now we're going to try to finish that with our Sawzall. I don't have a jigsaw today, but this will get it done, I believe. Okay. This is our raw cut, but you can see how that's going to look. I think that'll look pretty good. How'd we do on our, oh yeah, that's going to fit nice. Actually goes this way. Yeah, I think that's going to look good. That way we won't have any interference with our door jamb. It looks like we kind of made it that way. We're going to round all these edges off and make it look nice. Okay, we're going to use our little multi-tool here with a 60 grit on it to round these edges off just a little bit so that it all kind of matches. Then we'll do a light sanding on the whole thing. Okay, corner's pretty rounded off. Okay, now we just got to kind of sand this with some finer paper. That ought to do. That's pretty smooth. That's going to take paint nice. Real nice. So now we're about ready to attach that onto our door. And once we get that attached on there, then we can put our trim on, then we can prime. Okay, we got our adhesive on there. Ready to place our top piece on there and nail it off. Flush. Okay. We're going to put a couple of nails at each end. One, two, and then down here at this end. put a couple more. One, two. And we're going to put a few just in the dead center. This is just an interior door. It's got particle board in the center of it, but we're going to go ahead and shoot some nails in it anyway, just to hold it in position while the adhesive sets up. All right. Gives a flat spot to set something if you need to. So now it's time to think about trim. I'm gonna just use this little trim right here. We'll cut it off. Probably just short of that. And then just nail it on there, and then we're going to caulk and paint all this, and it'll match. It'll look good. Okay, we got our trim here, and we're ready to cut it, cut the right angle on it, and cut it to length. Mark this angle right here with my pencil. And then we're going to just kind of hold this and approximate that angle. Let's see how we did. Make sure we're in position here. Looks pretty good. This doesn't take a whole lot of nails. It's just got to hold it on there is all. It's 3. That should do. Okay. All nailed on there. Okay, we got all our trim on. This is all assembled. Now I just want to put a little wood filler in these holes where I nailed it, because this is the top. Everyone's going to see this. We want it to look nice. So with this stuff, less is more. And that'll sand down real nice. All right, we're going to put a little primer on this so we can get it taken to the customer tomorrow. All right, that looks like pretty good coverage. Well, here we are today. We got the door installed. It's looking good. Customer's happy. It operates really nicely. So there you have it. There's the finished product. If you like this kind of thing, if you would, please like and subscribe to my channel. Hope everybody has a wonderful day. God bless you.